Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Jupiter, Zeus. Jupiter, Zeus. Jupiter, Zeus. Why do I say that? Jupiter, a Roman mythological god, right? You know, like, the mythological gods, are false gods, usually drawn from the idea of older civilizations and their deities and their ancient deities. The Greeks and the Romans did a lot of that. They looked at ancient deities from the ancient Nubians, the Egyptians, and all these other people, the Sumerians, and they wanted their own gods too. They didn't think it was right that, black men had pictures of, and black women, they had pictures of, their gods and supreme beings on earth, and, they didn't think that was right. That, blacks were looking up to supreme beings on earth. They wanted their own higher source of supreme beings that looked like them, in their image and after their likeness. So what did they do? They created their own gods in their image and after their likeness. Unlike the Bible where it says that man created God in his image and after his likeness, man did it in reverse. Mankind, the beast, created his gods, his own gods in his image and after his likeness. So you had your Roman god, you had your Greek god first. The Greeks were first. When they had their god Zeus. Zeus. God of lightning and thunder and all this, and then you had your later Jupiter came from the Romans. The Greeks became the Romans over time, right? This is why you hear the word Greco-Roman. They put them together because the two, one carried over into the next, right? And they kept the same gods. They just changed the names. So Jupiter became Zeus, and through time, when the Catholic Church would start to, create a certain code of laws and customs and things like that, basically the first foundations of a religious structure, they needed ideas. They needed doctrine. They needed characters. They needed an image that was already out to build upon. So they took from a lot of different places. They took from, of course, the ancient Greek god Jupiter, the ancient Roman god Jupiter, and the ancient Greek god Zeus, and combined the two names to make Jesus, or Jesus. Jesus, the newly created God, or Son of God, in their newly found religion, Christianity, Jesus Christ. The word Christ means anointed in Greek. You understand? Now, this Jesus Christ person was, in fact, an amalgamation of a lot of different ancient characters from ancient Egypt, from Horus, and his mother Mary was Isis or Set. You had Tammuz from Sumeria. You had a lot of different, stories that were intertwined into this character that the theologians of the Catholic Church, when they were putting this whole thing together in the Council on the Sea in 325 AD, they were, fishing for stories, to create things. They went into the Sumerian story and they got the idea for the creation of the earth, which became your Genesis. They went into Sumerian books. They went into the Egyptian books. You notice throughout the Bible, Egypt is a very heavy foundation throughout the Bible. Reason why they did that is because Egypt is a real place. See, without Egypt, there's no real foundation for the stories in the Bible without Egypt, because Egypt is a real place. You can see the people in Egypt. You can see the statues. You can see all this stuff, all right? You can see the Egyptians, the ancient Egyptians. Without that, their Davids and their Jesus and their Goliath stories and things like that really has no factual content about it. It's just stories. So they needed Egypt to give it some sort of credibility. Even your Jesus. We're going to discuss that tonight. The Jesus Christ person. Man-made myth or real man? I am the intellectual Nuben Menkares, and this is State of Mental Radio. Jesus. Now, the story of Jesus, you know, from his time on earth, which is supposed to be 33 years, is very symbolic. The majority of that story is symbolic. The numbers are symbolic of something. People don't understand it if you're not, if you don't understand the codings of the Bible, if you don't understand the number symbols, the symbolism of the numbers, you're not going to get it. I have people talk about the number 7 being a seal of the Bible, but in actuality, the great seal of the Bible is the number is number 3 throughout the Bible, right? And all things that add up to the number 3. Your major prophet in your Bible is Jesus, right? Who came about in the New Testament. Was never mentioned in the Old Testament. Came about in the New Testament. Now your Israelites try to lie and say, oh, Jesus is mentioned in the New Testament. These are your modern day Israelites. When in fact the old Israelites, the old Jews or the old Hebrews, they didn't believe in Jesus. They never talked about Jesus. They just talked about Moses and the old Torah and the old laws. Now Jesus was a new creation in the New Testament, right? So what happened was a lot of these Israelites, they sold out to the Christian and the Catholic Church, right? And they wanted to add Jesus or that character Jesus on to their religion because they wanted to be linked up with the Catholic Church and the Christian Church because that's where the money was. A lot of these Israelites and the Muslims, and even them, they sold out too, right? Jesus popped up in the New Testament, and the New Testament is the creation of the Greeks and the Romans. All except for the Revelation, which is dealing with futuristic book, which we'll get into later. But your Jesus story came directly from Horus, and like I said, other characters. From the time Jesus is 12, he disappears, right? Notice the 12. 1 and 2 is what? 3. You also notice the number 12 as far as 12 tribes of Israel. The number 12 times 12 equals 144,000. 12 is a very heavy number. Then he pops back up on the scene at age 30, right? Number 3, right? And then he dies at the age of 33. All these are symbolic numbers. The Trinity, the 3 wise men, all 3 throughout the book. Why? Because they were working in a 3-dimensional space throughout the Bible. This planet vibrates on a 3-dimensional space. So the people that put the Bible in effect, the people that took these stories, were trying to create a 3-dimensional book, meaning that they were trying to get you to visualize it, verbalize it, and get the audio of it or to hear it. Upon hearing the book, you can visualize it and speak it and recite it. And these are the 3 forms or 3 dimensions in which the book would come out. They wanted to, in other words, they wanted the book to take on a whole different light or a greater light in your mind by appealing to what you see, by appealing to what you hear, and the words that come out of people's mouths as they recite that book. And it worked. Same way they do in motion pictures today. They were trying to do it back then. In other words, they were trying to implant certain things in your imagination. And it worked. It worked. It wasn't enough to create Jesus and make him a mystery. They had to give him more light. They have to give him more of a character. So they had to borrow from the old stories. Jesus studied in Egypt, according to the story. Right? Told you Egypt is a very heavy foundation throughout the Bible. All your prophets have been throughout Egypt. Moses and Aaron, all these people went to Egypt. Abraham, right? Everybody is linked to Egypt. So this is why people never question the existence of these characters, because you have a real place that still exists today where you can always say these people were, but nobody ever questions why is there no pictures of these people. If the white man can find pictures of people that lived thousands and hundreds of thousands of years ago, why you don't have one picture, one real picture of this person Jesus or these prophets? Right? Reason being why you don't have it is because these people don't exist. These people and who were created in these stories were taken from other stories and other characters. The Noah story was made up. Was actually copied from another character named Utnapishtim, who was a Sumerian character. The story of Moses was copied from Akhenaten, who led a real exodus out of Egypt and took his people into another part of Egypt to worship the Aten, or the one God. That story was copied and added to your Moses story. Right? Now, your Jesus story, as I said, came from a bunch of different stories. But your Jupiter and Zeus, your mythological or non-logical gods, right? Mythological, non-logical, or made-up logical, or made to be false logical gods or created lives, was done to have control over a people, to create a new way of mind control, which is the whole point of religion. If you take the covers off of religion, if you take the shroud of mystery off religion, okay? They went with the Greek and the Roman gods because they didn't have anything else to go by, and they wanted it to be close to the language that they were still speaking. They weren't too far from leaving the ancient Greek and the Roman customs, because all that started in Italy and in Rome, right? So they took the gods that they were familiar with. They weren't too far from leaving out of the Greek and Roman culture. So they just did what they've been doing, create their own god, Jesus. If you look at the picture of Jupiter, the Roman god Jupiter, and you look at the Greek god Zeus, you'll see it looks just like the white Jesus that your grandmother, my grandmother, and all of them had up in the church, and all the black churches had up, and the slave master put over your head. It's the same person. Same person. Same long hippie hair, same beard, same sloppy, bummy, hippie, white man. It's the same Greek god, same Roman god, same white god, Christian god. Y'all worship all the same person. Don't believe that nonsense with the Israelites be talking about some Caesar Borgia. You understand? That's not where that came from. That name, they say Caesar Borgia, but then where'd the name Jesus come from? They can't tell you that. They'll say Caesar Borgia. You know, they made that up. The real origin of the name comes from an amalgamation of Jupiter and Zeus. You can see it right there. Right? You can see the look right there. It's right and exact. But then they'll turn around and they'll say, see, they don't totally want to give up the story because, see, the white man, he did a good job on these Negroes, you know, with the whole Jesus thing. So, you know, they don't want to totally give up this story. So they'll say that somebody named Yahshua existed. Right, and they'll try to paint him black. But you ever see this? Is funny. The Rastas do this. You see the one picture we have in the news feed of the Rastafari and Jesus. You know? You ever see that? You see the Jesus with the dreads? And I said, you know what? Just because you want to make a lie, cover a lie in blackface, don't mean it's the truth. And that's what these niggas do. They paint this Jesus character black, right? And they'll say, oh, Christ is a black man, right? Yahshua, Yahweh. These are all made-up names. I said in the thing, somebody said Yahshua is a real person. I said, where's the picture of Yahshua? Why can't y'all produce a picture? You know, they can't produce a picture. They make up pictures. You mean to tell me this famous man, black man, whatever, you got all these pictures of the Egyptians all over, even minor Egyptians. You mean to tell me there's no picture of this Yahshua person? Y'all can't get one picture? Then the Israelites play around and say, oh, well, he was a black man, then he was a man of color, but he was black or dark-skinned man. They play around with the words because, see, what it is, they want to include everybody who's of dark skin because they want to be part of this We Are the World campaign where they think everybody, the Mexicans and all of them, are their brothers. So Jesus has to become a dark-skinned man. They'll stay away from the word black. Then they might jump off the black from time to time. Okay? But fact of the matter is, there is no Yahshua either. And no, there's no, that Joshua that you're talking about in the Old Testament is not no Jesus. Or Yeshua, that's not Jesus. The story or the description of that Yahshua in the Old Testament does not fit the New Testament Jesus. So y'all need to stop telling lies. Okay? You need to stop telling lies. because you niggas still want to hold on to Jesus Christ, because you want to paint him in a blackface, because the white man put that BS in your head when you don't even want to try and find out who the real Son of Man is. And where did that whole terminology come from? Son of Man, Son of God. You don't want to find out who that is. You would rather go with the white man's version of it and just put blackface on it and be done with it, because y'all niggas is that brainwashed. Y'all that brainwashed. You understand that? You can't prove nothing, but you'll sit up here all day and argue about Jesus and Yahshua and Yahweh. You know what? Y'all part of the confusion. You're the reason why the real Son of Man can't reveal himself or take hold in the minds of our people, because you niggas are helping spread confusion and lies, because you want to hold on. Because you've become black Caucasians in your mind. That's what you are when you take this white person, this white Jesus Christ character, and paint him in blackface, and you think by doing that you made it right. Because you niggas want to tell lies, can't prove anything, can't back up anything. You understand? You can't produce a picture. Hell, the Easter Bunny and Santa Claus got more validity than your Jesus Christ, because at least it's a picture of them. You understand? If we went with that, y'all don't even have a picture, except for something y'all paint. Now, some of you will run to the book of Revelation and say that, oh, that's Christ in the Bible, and that's Christ in the book of Revelation. No, it's not. That's just a title. That's not a person. That's not an actual person that's being described in the book of Revelation. That's just a person with a title. That's actually the Son of Man. Now, the Son of Man is real. That is a real person. Reason why I say that the book of Revelation is not part of the New Testament is because it's a futuristic book. You can tell that book was added. You can tell it came from our people, because I said one of our people's abilities or mental capabilities was to look into the future and tell and see what was going on and prophesy or write down things of the past from that was going to happen in the future. That wasn't anything from the white man. You understand? Don't all that Nostradamus crap. Most of that stuff Nostradamus he got from reading from other people, and he got from reading from old biblical stuff. You understand? So don't believe that's not anything that they know. You understand? That they write about they the ones that lie about the history and lie about the present. We were the masters of the future. We were the ones that were writing the future out. As the leaders of the future, that was one of our capabilities, to see into the future. You understand? That's how we stayed ahead of everybody. However, the beast is doing that on earth today, where he's controlling the future, controlling what you eat down the line 5 years from now, what you're going to be spending, how much money you're going to have, this, that, and the third. He's controlling, he's trying to take hold of the future, while you Negroes are stuck in the past. While you still going through this whole Jesus thing and, and all this other nonsense. You understand? You're not trying to figure out who the true Son of Man is, or what this word, the title Son of Man, really means. See, because there is a Son of Man. Right? That title Son of Man did not come out of the Bible. That's an old terminology. It goes back as far as the Sumerians. You understand? Even further back, the Egyptians used that title Son of Man. Amun-Ra, or Amun-Re. Son of Man, or Son of Amun. Was saying S-U-N, the Son of Amun, which is where they got the Son of God from, or where they got the idea of Jesus Christ from, because Jesus Christ is supposed to be a Son of Man, or a Son of God. The Son of God is not the S-O-N, it's the S-U-N. Son represents light or intelligence, equals light and intelligence. So when they're talking about a Son of Man, that is many sons of men who have came to people, who have come to civilizations, who were far ahead of everybody and taught them. So sons of men, men who are inspired and receive intelligence from the true and living God, constantly come forward. That's always happening. So what these theologians, these lying theologians did in the church, they just added their Jesus Christ to that group of son of men, those group of men who were highly intelligent. Because as I said, sunlight represents intelligence. Light or brightness, when they say you're very bright, represents intelligence. As also in the Illuminati, when they say they are the illuminated ones, the bright ones, represents intelligence. They said that their Jesus, reason why their so-called Jesus in the Bible had 12 disciples, and there you go with the number 12 again. 1 and 2 is 3. Reason why he had 12 disciples, like I said, 12 tribes of Israel. Reason why he had 12 disciples is because that represented 12 wise men, or 12 elect men who could understand and be able to get the knowledge that he was putting down that was supposed to be coming from the true and living God that he was getting on earth. He was receiving intelligence from God, according to the story. That's where his power came from. They said directly from God, which they got from the Son of Man, or the Son of Amen, or the Amen Ray. Because as I said before, only an elect or a chosen few people will receive the true knowledge of God. It's not going to be for everybody. You understand? It's not going to be for everybody. Yeah, we know. I mean, you got a lot of Sepharis, and you got a lot of this story. A lot of those stories you see are constant repeats of older stories. They're constant repeats. They just use different names. Same stories, same people that came through. They changed names. That's all. I know there's no person named Yahshua. I said the word Yahshua or Shua. Shu is the Egyptian falcon god, Shu, which is where they got the word Shu and Yahshua from. SHU comes from the ancient Egyptian or the ancient Kemetic language of falcon god. You understand? They can't prove that a Jesus Christ ever existed. Yet this character is prominent in all three religions. How do you figure? So if this character is prominent in all three religions, Islam, Judaism, and Christianity, and this character never existed, that means that all three of these religions are false. Because in the Quran, there's a whole chapter dedicated to Jesus and Mary. The chapter Isa ibn Maryam. That is a chapter in the Quran. So how is there a chapter in the Quran talking about Isa ibn Maryam if there is no Jesus? Now, Muslims will swear up and down there is a Jesus, but where is it? Prove it. Prove that he existed. Prove that a Jesus Christ existed. Because according to them, they say that the Bible is tampered with. So if the Bible is tampered with and the Bible mentioned Jesus Christ first, then how y'all going to sit up here and talk about the Muslims talking about they believe in Jesus? Because Jesus is introduced in the New Testament. And the Romans and the Greeks are responsible for the New Testament, because all over the New Testament you see Book of Romans, Book of Thessalonians. These are all Roman and Greek words. But yet you okay with Jesus, right? You okay with the name Jesus? How is that? How is it that you okay with Jesus? Like you handpicked who and what you wanted to accept. The Muslims wanted to accept Jesus, but you mean to tell me the book is tampered, the Bible is tampered with, which you get your Quran out of, but you accept Jesus that comes out of that tampered book? Because Muhammad said he was the seal of the prophet, because he's after him. You understand? Now, here's a problem. Because if Muhammad comes behind this person, right, and he claims to be after Jesus, and there is no Jesus, then Muhammad's claim is false too. This is why you'll see the Muslims fight so hard for Jesus, because he's saying that he is the successor to Jesus. But then if there's no Jesus, there's a problem, right? The Israelites, they was only dealing with the Old Testament. They wasn't even dealing with the New Testament, right? Now, they say that Muhammad's wife was a Catholic. This one of the stories, and that he was around a lot of Catholic and Christian missionaries, right? And they talked about Jesus. Now, if he claimed that had a vision from God, wouldn't God have told him that this God, this omnipotent, omnipresent God that he heard a voice from, wouldn't it have said that there is no Jesus? Since you said he told you that you had this inspiration that the Bible was false, that means all the characters are false in there too. Or did you handpick what you wanted to go with, like a lot of people do? Strange how this Jesus person just disappeared. You're talking about from age 12 to 30. That's the same time that Horus, the Egyptian character of Horus, I believe it was Horus who disappeared. There's a gap in Horus's life, or Haru, an ancient Egyptian character whose mother is Aset or Isis. Right? How's that? How is it? That's really coincidental, and that it is symbolic of the number 3 all over again and 12 throughout the book. talking about the elect people. And that was always even going, they got that back from Egypt, where the elect people, your pharaohs, your priest of Amun, they were the only ones who had the true knowledge of Amun. That represented your elect. That was your ancient elect people. Just like today with the Freemasons and the white man, they got the true knowledge of Amun. They're not going to share it with you. They'll keep y'all meandering around and believing in some false god called Allah or Jesus Christ or Yahweh Shah and all this. They'll let you deal with the lesser mysteries while they're trying to connect with Amun as the elect. And I always said that the elect, a chosen few, will have the true knowledge of God. Just as it said, and it follows out in the book of Revelation, they talk about 144,000, 12 tribes each. 12 times 12 is 144, right? Now that would be an elect group of people, 144,000. Now you imagine that out of millions of people on the earth, that only a elect few would have the knowledge of God. Everybody else would be in darkness. Everybody else would be in a mystery state, just like you see right now in Islam and Christianity and Judaism. They calling on a bunch of false gods. They praying to the east, looking for a mystery God, somebody who's a spook, somebody who's unseen, right? But where did they get that whole hidden thing of God from? From Amun, because one of Amun's attributes is that he is the hidden. So, of course, they followed suit with their Allah and their God and their Jesus and all that these people didn't have any image as well. They kept that whole mindset going. But what they didn't understand about Amun is that the ancient Egyptians or the ancient Nubians and them, they produced pictures of Amun. They produced statues of Amun. They said that they were the descendants of Amun. That's something that the church didn't do. You understand? That's something that they didn't do. They didn't produce any images of this Jesus Christ. They just took the Greco-Roman ones and just went with that. You understand? And because you Negroes got brainwashed into this Jesus thing, which a lot of y'all still are, because even so-called conscious ones, even the people that got this knowledge of self nonsense, y'all still believe, y'all had no problem putting on crosses and putting on the white Jesus picture. Y'all had no problem putting that up. Why did y'all have no problem putting on the white Jesus? Right? You had no problem putting that on. If you look at the thorns on Jesus' head, it's the same as the crown of leaves that the Romans wore. It's the same thing. They just took the leaves off. It's all the same thing. The crown of thorns is the leaves that the Romans wore on their head. You understand? The Romans or the Greeks, I believe, they wore the crown of leaves on their head. You know? This is all games. This is all games to get you to worship ancient, mythological, false gods, made-up gods. And y'all still continuing to this day. You black people, our people, they linked. Negroes is in the dark. And it's the biggest joke going. Y'all the biggest joke going. Y'all were the ones who had the light. Now y'all in darkness. Y'all worshiping Islam. You praying to mystery gods. You worshiping Allah. And you black men even calling yourself Allah. You understand? Some false god. Some false Arab god. You worshiping some Yahweh Shah. Just making up stuff as you go. Telling lies, causing more confusion. You understand? Y'all all doing that. You're all part and parcel with it. Even you guys is dealing with this African Shango God nonsense. Same thing. You understand? While the white man is laughing at y'all, calling you black people because you are people in darkness, meaning you are people in ignorance because you don't know who the true and living God is. You don't understand what your connection is to the true and living God, and that his true name is Amun, that y'all been saying, that the world has been saying for years. And now I know you religious people, y'all going to get pissed off, but we don't care. It's not for you because y'all a bunch of slaves anyway. You already going to go with it. Y'all mentally dead, and you're going to follow the beast. You understand? You're going to follow the beast. You're going to follow his Jesus because you found comfort in that. You found comfort in slavery. You understand? And you still trying to find comfort in it. You still trying to find that. Don't y'all call your Jesus the comforter? Or you call your the God sent comforter? Ain't that what you call your Muhammad too? You looking for comfort. So that appeals to black people because you're looking for a pillow. You're looking for an easy way. You're looking for some God to come down and rescue you. You understand? That's what you're looking for. You're looking for comfort and ease. You're looking to get prayed up, and you're looking for somebody to tell you what you want to hear. That's what you're looking for. You're looking for lies. I tell people all the time, I say, all you people that sit up here and believe in Jesus, the world believes in Jesus. So the majority of people on the planet have some form of religion, either they Islam, Christianity, or Judaism. That's why you know it's all nonsense. But Jesus Christ links all of these three together. Jesus is the God of all three religions. You understand? Jesus is the God of all three of these religions now, and they worked it out that way. Because you hear the Israelites, they talking about Yahweh Shah. You hear the Muslims, they got a whole book in the Quran, Isa ibn Maryam. And the Christians, of course, their whole thing is named after Jesus Christ. So Jesus is the God of their religion. You understand? Some Greek God, some Greco-Roman God that they created in 325. That's what y'all calling on. That's what you guys are putting on your goddamn chest. You understand? That's what you're doing. You know? And I tell I tell the people, like I said, even crossed over to the Nation of Islam, y'all still doing this. I'm not gonna leave y'all out too. See, because in the Nation of Islam, y'all still putting Fard picture up. That's that replaced white Jesus with a white Muslim with a white God. It's because y'all was programmed, through time to worship the image of a white man. And we don't even care. It's not even about the fact whether Jesus Christ was a white man or a black man. It's the fact that he's a false man. You understand? You still sitting up here worshiping the image of Fard. You understand? You sitting up here believing that some white man told you that you cursed and whatnot with nappy hair and big lips. That's in your lessons, and y'all following that. And y'all get sensitive when somebody say you ready to get mad, kill, get angry because of the truth. You understand? You ready to get mad because of that? And like I said, all of it has to go. Even the Moors, the 5%ers, y'all all linked to it too. Because if you sitting up here talking about you Allah, you understand? Or you calling yourself Allah, you part of it too. I don't care what name you gave it or what meaning you gave it. You still linked to the beast and the lie or masonry or any of this other nonsense. You understand? You still linked to it. You still linked to keeping our people in darkness. We've been in darkness ever since we fell out of touch with the true and living God, Amen, that the beast is worshiping. You understand that? The Son of Man is real. The Son of Man is real. The Son of Man is one who will come with supreme knowledge, supreme wisdom, supreme light, and will know the true name of God. You understand that? He's not going to call the names of the same people that's under religion, because the people, like I said, the knowledge of the true and living God is only for the elect, and it has always been like that. You understand? It has always been like that. The knowledge of the true and living God is for the elect, not for everybody. Like I said, that's why everybody's stuck in religion, because they can make up their own gods that way. They can make up a Jesus Christ. They can make him any color they want. He could be Chinese. He could be black. He could be white. That's how you know it's BS. That's how you know. They don't give you no concrete picture of what Jesus is or this Christ person is. They don't give you no concrete picture. You understand? But it don't even matter, because in your mind, he's always going to be a white man. You understand? In your mind, he's always going to be a white man. Even if y'all put him in blackface, it's still a lie. You understand? Because you're slowing down the truth about our people. Like I said, they took things, when you take stories from different places and you crossbreed these stories in, you create another story and you create a lie. You cause confusion. And isn't the world and religion, they in confusion right now? They don't know what to think. You understand? You understand? If you sit up here and y'all say y'all got y'all knowledge from Fard, because I got into this with a brother. Exactly. And the 5%ers get at me and they was telling me, oh brother, you know Jesus ain't real. I said that ain't what Fard said. Fard said Jesus and Moses are real. You understand? So what do you believe? You believe in that. So y'all part and parcel with it too. You all believe in the false God, the false deity, when there's only one true and living God. Amen. The Omni-Man, the Omni-Being. You understand? That's the only true and living God. And the beast will get you niggas to focus on Islam, Christianity, Judaism, Buddhism, whatever ism he could throw at you. Whatever ism he could throw at you just to keep you from worshiping the true and living God. You understand? The Nation of Islam and all, they talk the black man is God, but then you put an image of a white man up as God? That don't even make sense. That makes no sense. I could have accepted Elijah as God. You understand? You know, I could have accepted that. I could have accepted the black man. And like I said, they got mad at me. These Negroes got mad at me when I said that the black man was God. When I said that God walked the earth as a black man named Amun. Oh, they said, oh, no, Fard is God. I said, but I thought you said the black man was God. Wow. Huh? How's that? The Israelites, they stand out there all day talking about Yahweh Shah, Jesus, he's black, and they arguing with, like I said, you going back and forth over this Jesus character. It's like a tug of war when this character is not even real. Nobody has pictures of him. All y'all doing is drawing pictures. They got a Chinese Jesus. They got an Asian Jesus. They got a white Jesus. Like I said, you can make God in your own image. They continue in the tradition today. They still continuing in that tradition, making Jesus what they want to make him because it's easy. You understand? It's easy to do that. It's easy to make what it is you want it to be. With Jesus, what you want it to make. It's easy to create characters and give them your own image and whatnot when they're not real. That's easy. And you go and you show these people over and over again where these stories came from. You say, look, brother, here's the Horus story, here's the Serapis story, here's the Tammuz story. You go through all these different stories where you show them clearly where they took the Jesus story from, and these niggas still not going to accept it. They still not going to accept it, no matter how much logic and fact and proof you put in their head that the whole Jesus character is false. They're not going to accept it because they're not people of the truth. They're not about the truth. They want a doctrine that caters to them. They want a doctrine that caters to them where they believe that their God is going to come back and avenge them and allow them to have sex with a bunch of different women and put people in bondage. They like that kind of doctrine. You understand? So that kind of doctrine appeals to them. They like the kind of Jesus where they can, he gonna come back and he gonna forgive everything they did, and they go and get prayed up with him, and he'll sit and they'll play. And the thugs like Jesus too, because Jesus, he understands the thugs and all that bullshit. You understand? They can go through all that. They can deal with that. They can make Jesus in any image they want. Jesus is like goddamn Play-Doh. That's what Jesus is Gumby. Jesus could be shaped any way you want it. He could be for the thugs. You understand? He could be okay with the faggots. He could be okay with the lesbians. He could be okay with pedophiles. Everybody could pray to Jesus. That's why he's popular. That's the appeal of Jesus. He's Play-Doh. He's Gumby. You can make him any way you want. He forgive everything. You understand? That's why he appeals to the niggas. He appeals to niggas because, like I said, niggas could go out here and do all kind of wickedness, piss on women like R. Kelly and them, and then that nigga could go right to the church and go right to some Reverend Rib pork chop shack eating nigga in the church, and they could get on their knees and pray, and he could beg for forgiveness, then he can go out and piss on another woman later. You understand? That's why they like Jesus, because Jesus co-signed on their bullshit. You understand? Miss Mary could fall out on the damn floor and roll on the floor and whatnot like a damn hypocrite. Then she can get up and go sleep with somebody's husband, like a whore, or talk behind somebody's back. You understand that? That's why they like Jesus. Jesus fits them. Jesus understands. Jesus got a helping hand for them. The image they give you of Jesus, he got the helping hand. He'll cradle you. He'll make you okay and all that. And it amazes me how you niggas still go for this. Under all these doctrines, you've been enslaved. In the Israelite school, that was the first form of bondage under the whole Israelite thing. Islam, you was enslaved. In Christianity, you was enslaved. And y'all still holding on to this. I can't believe this. Y'all still with this Jesus and God bullshit. Y'all still with this. Then you wonder why you in the position you in. You wonder why the beast got his foot on your neck. You understand? Because you vibrate on that low frequency and you still giving energy and power to his gods, his false gods, while he trying to get in contact with the true and living God. When he putting up that cornutu hand that he told you was the devil's symbol, when he really went to tell you that was the crown of Amen. You understand? That he acknowledges as true. While you simple-minded Negroes are sitting up here talking about Allah and Jesus and Jehovah and some other whatever God they throw you niggas from off their table, some fake God, they'll tell you, oh, let's create another God this week and give it to them. And y'all just go for it, whatever. You understand? Just like a bunch of good slaves. You understand? Whatever they decide to tell you, you with it. You understand? That's just the ignorance of our people. You're not going to try to find God in yourself. You go and find some Arab God. Here, how old is the Arabic language? They'll make up some nonsense about, oh, the Arabic language is millions of years old. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. You know, you'll make up anything. You'll tell lies about anything. Now, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, like I said, they used Islam to get our people out of Christianity, and at that time he was doing what was right. He was trying to move our people off of one form of poison. But if you look at the teaching of the Nation of Islam, they wasn't teaching Islam. They was teaching a different form of Freemasonry with a little Islam mixed in. You understand? And then you look at the Jesus character, right? Like I said, they made him all-encompassing for everybody, right? And what did that do in the minds of our people? That further put the beast over them mentally. Because now in your mind you had the white man, his hands were stretched out for everybody. He was the Lord of everybody. But you put the picture of a black man up as God, see if he'll embrace that. You know, that's when, it don't matter, the color, this, that, and the third. Even though, like I said, the whole Jesus thing, like I said, they don't care whether you believe in black Jesus or white Jesus. It's about the lie and the confusion. It's not even about the color. It's about the lie and the confusion. You understand? Because whether you're getting stabbed in the back by a black hand or a white hand, you're still getting stabbed in the back. Whether you're getting confused by a white person or a black person, it's still the same form of damn confusion. There is no Jesus Christ. It's made up character. But our people don't want to accept that. They don't want to accept that because it doesn't do them any good. Like I said, it doesn't give them anything to hold on to. Because black people love a crutch. Black people love to have something instead of standing on their own and being gods and dealing with their problems and their situation. They love to have somebody they can get on their knees and get prayed up to. You understand? And sing and dance and shake your ass in the church and the reverend, he with it because as long as you put money in the plate, hey, he turning the trick. He dancing the jig. He bullshitting you. As long as you put money in the plate, he don't care. Jesus, Serapis, whatever, bring them all in. That's what it is. Big con, big hustle. Big con, big hustle. Just put money in the pot. And our people go for this madness, this lie. We used to be people of truth. Now we people of lies. We just tell lies. We don't want to hear the truth. It's like that nigga that was in that movie with Roddy Piper. Roddy Piper back in the day, the black man, when the white man was trying to get the nigga to see the truth. And I forget what the name of that movie, They Live, I believe it is, where he was trying to get the nigga to put the glasses on to see what was really in front of him and in society, and the nigga was fighting against the truth. That was symbolic, and that was real. Trying to get the black man to see the truth. He kept fighting the white man to get this thing off my face. I don't want to see the truth. I don't want to see it. And the white man trying to get him to see the truth. Ain't that hell? He would have fought harder if it was a black man trying to get him to see the damn truth. The white, like I said, our people don't want the truth about Jesus. You can show them, like I said, this came from, this where that came from, blah, blah, blah. They don't want to hear that. Yeah, whatever. As long as Jesus in my life, I don't need no facts. I don't want to hear no facts. I believe in Jesus. That's it. That's the mentally dead. You Satan, you the devil because Jesus is real and you the devil. You must be the devil because you trying to go against Jesus. That's what it is. Duh, 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 duh. And you can hear the same song from the Muslims, from the Christians, and the Israelites. Tweedledee, Tweedledum, the three, like I call it, the Three Stooges religion. Mo, Larry, and Curly, Islam, Judaism, and Christianity. The Three Stooges religion. I'm going to take a call, 917. 917, you're on the air.
Yo, what's up, fam? This is Austin, this Ray, Two Think Saw.
Okay.
Yeah, on Facebook. Yeah, I just got to tell you, you're going in 100% on this one.
Oh, okay.
All facts. All facts. You know, a lot of people don't like to hear the truth, like you're saying. You're doing pure scholarship. I just got to give you, I haven't heard you go in so like this. You pure facts. That's all I got to say. I appreciate this, and I'm going to spread this out. A lot of people need to hear it.
Okay. Well, the next part of this you're not going to like because I'm talking about the Son of Man. This way you got a problem with, too, because there is a Son of Man. But like I said, I'm going to explain that in a minute. All right.
I'm going to be listening for that. Peace.
All right. Peace. All right. Now, we just finished going through the bullshit. Jesus Christ. Created by the Catholic Church. Created by the Council of Nicaea. The Greco-Roman god. Jupiter Zeus. Not no Caesar Borgia. You understand? Jupiter Zeus. Two amalgamation. Look at the picture of Jupiter. Google the picture of the mythological god Jupiter and the Greek god Zeus, and you'll see that he looks just like Jesus, the same person. See the crown of the thorns on his head? It's the same crown of leaves that was on. They just took the leaves off that was on the Roman's head. Same crown of thorns on his head. Same thing. And you niggas, y'all just do the same thing. Y'all just created the same thing in blackface. When they did that, when that white man did that movie, Mel Gibson did that Passion of Christ, you niggas and you spicks, you cried harder than the damn white man. Y'all was up there crying your heart out, crying out over this movie. All meant to tug at your heartstrings. Tug at your emotions. You understand? Like I said, this is not a broadcast for the religious. The religious, they don't want this. You know? They listen to that. Jesus, cover me in your blood, wash me, Lord. Look at that. Blood sacrifice. They don't niggas say anything. Blood sacrifice. Right? Pagan gods. Right? Mythological gods. All, like I said, black people, all our people do is repeat things. Like parrots. Whatever the white man say, they just repeat it. You don't have any real connection with the true and living God. Right? Now, when I say the word God, people think I'm talking about some guy riding on a cloud somewhere. They think I'm teaching about religion, and I am not. I am not. I said that the so-called or the true and living God and the Son of Man are men. In fact, they are so-called black men. We've always put the image of the true and living God up. We've always put the Son of Man up as Amun-Re. Amun-Re is the Son of Man or the Son of God, who is Amun. It's S-U-N, not S-O-N. The Son of Man represents an intelligent man that walked the earth, who always comes, who receives intelligence from God, meaning a higher intelligent man. Because, like I said, people say, oh, that's spooky, that's religion. It's not religion. Do not you have geniuses in the world? Do you not have people who receive higher knowledge and inspiration and whatnot to move the world forward? Right? Do you not have people who are on the next level, who are teaching something higher to advance the people? Is that not real? Is it not men? Certain men are chosen to bring, or even certain women at times are chosen to bring higher knowledge to people, to move everybody, advance people forward. Certain people are chosen. Is that not real? Or are certain people inspired? Where does that inspiration come from? It comes from future intelligence. It comes from future beings who already exist in the future, advanced beings who are sending telepathically thoughts back or into the present. Now, people say, that sounds spooky, brother. Telepathy is spooky. Sending thoughts is spooky. Does not thoughts carry power? Do not thoughts carry light? Have you not traded thoughts with one another? Right? You just learning that. Our people are just learning to bring out their telepathic power again. So imagine being able to send thoughts into different time frames, into different time zones and different dimensions. See, because that's the mindset, right? That's the mindset of the true and living God. You understand? To be able to send thoughts into your head. To be able to send intelligence to you. But to people who are not up on that, they think it's a joke. They think it's funny. It's not. It's very real. Telepathy is very real. God is a man, or so-called. We use the term God because that's what people understand as one who is an advanced man. God is an intelligent man. That's a highly intelligent so-called black man. That's what we use the word God for. One who is more advanced mentally than us, than everyone here in this present state. One who is highly advanced. One who knows more than us. The difference between regular men and supermen or gods and superwomen is knowledge, advanced knowledge. You understand? That's what people understand. If you say, it's just like the short term of the shorthand for a supreme being. You're not going to go around and say a supreme being, and we just starting to say Amen again in the state of mental. We're saying Amen, 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 because Amen represents an omni-man, or an omnipresent man, or an omnipotent man. Amen represents an eternal man, an advanced man, one who does not die, one who is not born, one who lives continuously through the bloodline. This is not spookism. If you're saying that the black man is God, like you claim, like the 5% of the Nation of Islam, that Elijah started you out on the path, and Far brought that message, but that's not a new message. We've been teaching back since ancient Egypt and Nubia and all that the black man was God. Look at them statues. And you had niggas in the Nation of Islam, they didn't accept that. They didn't accept the fact that we always saw the black man as God, or the so-called black man, a.k.a. the bright man. We saw ourselves as God beings, that we saw ourselves as supreme beings. That's all. That's why we use God. It's not a religious terminology. It's just advanced beings, higher beings, people who are more advanced than humans. Because as I teach in the state of mental, that the so-called black race, a.k.a. the bright race, is not part of the human race. We are the God race. We are a race of supreme beings, advanced beings. However, we are caught in this dense state of blackness or darkness or ignorance, which is why we're really called the black race by the beast. We're called the black race not because of the color of our skin, but because we are in darkness mentally. That's why we're called the black race. And the jokes have been on us for thousands of years. You understand? But our people don't want to do that. Our people don't want to hear that. They want to keep holding on to this black thing. That's part of the ignorance. That's about as backwards as Jesus, calling yourself black when your skin is clearly brown. Why are they calling you black when you're not black? Because it doesn't have anything, again, to do. It has nothing to do with skin color. It has everything to do with people who are ignorant or in a state of darkness. That's why you're referred to as black people. You understand that? When you see those names up there of the so-called deities, those are names of actual people that came here in the past. Future people, advanced people. When they talk about the gods and all these people that came here, those were future people that were walking amongst the so-called Kemites. Those were advanced people, highly intelligent people. What do you think they learned how to build those pyramids and things from? That didn't just pop into their head. Somebody was showing them how to do that. Certain people did pass telepathic messages to them. That's why when you say, oh, I got a message from God, I received a message from God, I just feel it in my spirit, when it's not really your spirit, it's your mind that you're receiving messages from. You're getting messages all the time from advanced beings, from highly intelligent beings, from your ascendancy, from your future bloodline. I tell people all the time that your children are already born. The children, your bloodline is already continuing. When you're in the present state, your children already exist in the future state. Your grandchildren, your great-great-grandchildren, they're more advanced than you. They are becoming God with every step of your evolution. You understand? And because they're becoming God with every step of your evolution, your ascendants, not your ancestors. I'm talking about your children, your grandchildren. You understand? They're here. The future's already laid out. They're already living. And we are receiving intelligence from the future from them. That is your God race. That is your almond beings. Because in this day and time, we're teaching in the state of mental that we are almond, and the next generation to come, they're going to know they're not part of the human race. They'll know that they almond beings, but that'll be for the elect. You understand that? We're going to take a call, 804. 804. 804. Hello? 804. 804, you're on. Okay, drop call. So they already know in the future who they are. Once we start to know who we are again, we start to take action toward becoming those supreme beings, because a good part of it is dropping the things of the old world. A lot of our people don't want to let go of the old ways. That's why we can't advance and move on into the future and become the God beings that we were meant to be, because every time we're walking on the planet, we are off step with our evolution. We're supposed to be, every breath we take as so-called black people is supposed to be going into the light of becoming those evolutionary beings, or those God beings, those almond beings again. We're supposed to be reconnecting ourselves, but we're not doing that. You understand? So when you talk about the story of Jesus, right, it does have some validity to it, because, like I said, a lot of the story was taken away from other stories. You understand? Like I said, the story of the Son of Man, meaning an advanced or highly intelligent man who came amongst people in his time and taught them, one who was receiving knowledge straight from the future, from the almond beings of that God race, one who was receiving higher intelligence from God on earth in the present state. That's real. You understand? That's inspiration. That's where your inspiration comes from. That's where your technology comes from. That's where certain inventions, technology, ideas, new ways of thinking just pop out of nowhere. That is being sent to you in the present state. It just doesn't pop into your head. All messages, all knowledge is generated into your head. You understand? All messages you get are not messages that you are generating. They are generated into your head from someplace else. And that someplace else is future beings. They're generating those ideas into your head to move or cause an evolution in the people around you, so that you can share, because you were chosen to bring that idea in. Much like how I said, the person who had the idea for the airplane, who had the idea for the television, who had the idea for that, because these beings use the white man too at times. Like I said, our people had ideas too, but like I said, we were chosen to bring certain things in, and you receive intelligence based on who you are, the chosen ones. So that's how this knowledge works. You bring it in the future, because, like I said, every time it's supposed to be a step into the evolution. The story of Jesus was him teaching and elect 12 people, his 12 disciples. He made 12, teaching these disciples, giving them higher knowledge on God. You understand? That comes from the story of the elect. So it's the principles of it have some validity to it. Just the character Jesus is false. Just that person that's walking around, Yahshua, Yahweh Shai, and all that character is false. You understand? That character caught a lot of mass appeal. The Jesus of the Bible, the Quran, has a lot of mass appeal. Speaking of mass appeal, Gangstar, mass appeal. We'll be right back. You know how you could tell the character Jesus is false? How you really can tell factually that the character Jesus is false, and that he's definitely not a black man? You know how you know that? You know how you could tell that he's definitely a creation of the white man? Simple. Jesus was around 12 men. He had no woman, right? God is in heaven on the clouds with a bunch of men and no women angels. Sound like a big old meat festival there. Sound like a big old fag fest. That's what it sounds like, a sausage party. How the hell, God, that's straight from the white man. That's straight from him. That's straight from his imagination. This Jesus character had no woman. You understand? He had sex with no woman. You understand? No, no women, just 12 men washing each other's feet and each other's back. Very homo-erotic and homo-sounding. Washing each other's feet in the water, in the river. No women. Except for some Mary Magdalene who was a prostitute or something like that, but they say he never touched her. He just, she just looked up to him, whatever. And the Israelites, they ride with this. They try to make Jesus more masculine, and they try to give him a facelift and make him, Jesus had sex with Mary Magdalene and this, that. I don't say that in the Bible. They don't say that. You understand? They don't say that. The white man, he paints those pictures clearly. Look at his Greek and Roman art. Everybody got their penis out. A bunch of men touching each other. Look at it. All his things is homoerotic. The Sistine Chapel and men, naked little boys on the ceiling reaching out to each other. Jesus with 12 men washing each other's feet. No women. That don't sound fagged out to you? That sound like a damn black man to you? That sound like black men to you? Hell, if it's any black men around, it's gonna be some women around. Unless they these new kind of black men that's walking around that's seen heavily in Atlanta and the New York area. You understand? That's the special black men now. The queer ones. The queerdos. But no, not back then. Anywhere you see a black man, it was a black woman. You see in our ancient drawings in ancient Nubia, Egypt, we had women. It was women gods right next to the black men, next to the black gods. It was women gods right next to them. You understand? It was women gods right next to them. So we were very heavily sexual. We were very sexual people. We were sexual people. We loved, the black man loved the woman loved the man. We always had our women next to us. So when you tell us this Jesus story of him with 12 disciples, ain't no women around and whatnot, they hanging in the background, and Jesus ain't getting it on with a woman, and he got men washing his feet. We got to raise an eyebrow there, fella. We got to raise an eyebrow. We know, like I said, and then you niggas, y'all get y'all sit up here and you people in the church, y'all start thinking that's natural and y'all think that's normal. But then it's funny, right? Funny, the people in the church, they all fagged out in the church. A lot of the black men now, they fagged out in the church. They queered out and they molesting the boys in the church. Yeah? Girls, young girls, especially the boys, they get turned out in the church. Right? Got to be something wrong with a man who you gonna tell you get on your knees to another man in front of another man. You understand? But it has that. But the whole Jesus story and that Jesus character has a heavy gay vibration on it. It has a very heavy gay vibration. I said that you look at the Ankh, right? The Ankh was a sex symbol. The Egyptian Ankh or the ancient Kemetic Ankh was a sex symbol. On the top was the vagina and it was attached to the penis, representing eternal life. Why? Because a man and woman coming together will bring out children constantly, produce a bloodline. Right? So it made sense that was a sex symbol and that represented eternal life, because sex between a man and woman means offspring. Made sense, right? What the white man do? He comes with a cross, which is really two penises crossing. And what did Christ die on a cross, according to the story? Homosexuality. You understand? A little homosexuality for you. Now, like I said, you got gay preachers and gay reverends. How that work? How you got gay preachers and gay reverends and gay out Christians? But I thought in the Bible, in the Old Testament, that homosexuality was an abomination. But I guess under Jesus Christ, it's okay. It's okay under Jesus Christ. You can be a homosexual or lesbian. You understand? Under Jesus Christ and under the church, there's no problem with that. But doesn't that contradict the Old Testament, the Hebrew laws and whatnot? And that it's supposed to be an abomination. It seems like certain people doing what they want to do with that whole character of Jesus. Because like I said, Jesus is like Gumby. You can shape him any way you want. He could like the gays. He could like the gangbangers. He could like the hustlers. Everybody wear that cross. The lesbians, the faggots, everybody wear that cross. You understand? Everybody, like I said, everybody in the church. You understand that? Everybody's in the church. They'll let anybody in that. That's how you know it's not of God. It's not of the true and living God, because everybody's in it. You understand? Whenever you have a God or a religion that caters to everybody, when you got millions of followers, you know that's not the true knowledge of God. Because the true knowledge of God, people are not going to, the mass majority of people are not going to accept it because it's too stringent. It's too many laws. Too many ways you have to govern yourself. And the majority of people are not doing that. That's why Christianity and Islam appeals to people. And Judaism appeals to people, because you can do whatever you want. You understand? You can do whatever you want under this God, under this Jesus. You can do whatever you want. You understand? Because he forgives everybody. That's how they made him in the Christian church, in the Catholic church. He forgives all your sins. Check it out. He forgives all your sins. What happened to the laws? I thought he came to keep laws. That's what the Israelites say, according to them, even though they made up, they lied to them, they believe in Jesus when they didn't. You understand? I'm going to take a call at 804. 804.
Hello?
Yes. 804.
Yeah, this is Montana Truman.
Okay.
I just had a question. I just want to know, what was the plan for your organization or whatever, or you, for the kids, to get the knowledge to the kids? Because I feel like if they still going to these schools and going to these churches, it's about trying to get to a certain age, it's gonna be hard to reverse it.
Well, like I said, we are forming a community amongst our people, starting here in New York, and we're going to go around and form communities everywhere, because we're talking about a basic separation in the black race and in the community, because the majority of the black race is poisoned with this ideology and this mentality. So we're not, this is what we're looking at. We're looking at a separation and a revamping of our people, the intelligent ones of our people who want the truth, who want to come together, want to start blank and start new again. That's what we're looking at. We're not looking at the majority of our people, because we said the true knowledge of God, Amen, is only for the elect. It's not for the majority of the black race. It's not for the white man. It's not for the rest of them, because let them have their Jesus Christ and they Allah and all they gods that they love. Like I said, they can go on worshiping that, but we're going to build and have our own community for ourselves. We're starting gradually here in New York, and we're just going to teach the true knowledge of God and come together that our people are the God race. That's what we're teaching, and that's what we do.
Okay. Well, let me know whenever you come to Richmond.
Stay in touch, brother. Like I said, this is about the elect right now. See, we're in the area of the elect right now, and the ones of our people who are going to accept the truth, the real truth, not this false truth out here, and these false gods and these false messiahs and Jesus is out here. Like I said, this is for our people right here. Just stay in touch with me through the Facebook and whatnot. We'll make our way. Like I said, if you want us to make our way out there, like I said, make it happen for us out there. Be our eyes out there. Like I said,
Okay, I got one more question for you. I understand what you're saying, the gods and everything. Okay, now, like somebody who kind of still believe in God, but he can understand what you're saying, that it's a mystery of him, like, it's hard to believe in him. But I want to tell me, like, so if you're saying that it is no, one God, I just want to know can you explain how we was created then?
No, we wasn't created. We were always here. We are a bloodline. We are a continuous bloodline from a God race. We were not created. The human race was created. When they say that, we are the physical representation of God on earth. We are the physical bloodline descendants of God on earth.
Yeah.
So when you're asking who is God, the black man, the so-called black man who is in the light, who has intelligence, which we refer to as the bright man, is the true and living God. Amen.
Okay. Yeah,
you are the physical representation of Amen. There's no spookism. There's no mystery in this. There's no unseen God and whatnot. Your children, your descendants, the ones of our people, the elect that are accepting this message in the name of the true and living God, Amen, who is not partaking in the things of the black race, that we're not out here smoking weed. We're not out here trying to be like the white man. We're not out here committing crimes and whatnot. That's for the people that's in darkness. Our people are in the light right now. We moving forward in the name of Amen, the true and living God. You understand? And we live in that. That's for the elect. The rest of these people, like I said, all that mystery, that's out the window now. The black race can go ahead with their Allahs and their Jesus.
Yeah.
They can go right with the white. They can go right with the white man.
Yeah. yeah, that's good. That, you know, I mean, that makes a lot of sense to me.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense. Yeah, but you know, yeah, I'm gonna keep in touch with you though. You know, we need something down here because the churches and, like I said, the mosques and none of that stuff is helping people no more. You know, people just they don't want to be in the street, but they don't want to go to church neither. So it's like, you know, we need a whole new rebuilding.
Well, the whole thing is, like I said, if you working with us, we'll come out there and whatnot. We'll go out here in the streets and get the brothers together, and we start teaching our people. It all start with us, because if we saying we the guard race and we taking responsibility for this, then we got to get out here as the almond beings, as the almond race, the guard race in flesh, and do that. We can't sit up here and wait for nobody, because that's what the black race do. We not of the black race. This is the bright race coming up, the guard race. We going out here finding our people. You understand? That's what we finding the elect. We not trying to wait on nobody to do the job for us.
Yeah, I understand that. Yeah, okay. I mean, I'm willing to do whatever, you know.
All right. What's your name again, brother?
Montana Truman.
Okay, brother. Yeah, I know of you, brother. I seen you on my page.
Yeah.
Now you in it.
Yeah,
all right. All
okay.
right. I got your number here, the 804. I got you here.
Yeah, keep up what you're doing, man.
All right, brother.
All right.
323. You on the air? 323.
Peace, King. How you doing?
How you doing, brother?
Hey, how you doing? Hey, I was calling in. I didn't get a chance to listen to the show, but I will. I already know. It's some very, very, very important information. I want to tell you about
sharing intelligence, not information, just intelligence.
Right. Yeah, okay. I think it was yesterday that you ended up doing the show. I just wanted to give a shout out to you, man. I really appreciate you doing that, brother. It shed a whole lot of light, you know what I'm saying, on everything that I represent and what I stand for and everything. Mm-hmm. And I just want to tell you that, you know what I'm saying, whatnot, because I was actually waiting for this show, you know what I'm saying, or whatever, to talk to you and just let you know that, man, because you spitting some real on that show, man. I mean, for real. I mean, the way you broke it down, you know what I'm saying? I mean,
which one?
You really. The show when you was talking about, I got it right here. Sorry about that, man.
Okay.
What is the ham story? Yeah, the ham story.
Okay, the ham. Oh, and the curse of black race. Yeah.
Man, you know what? I mean, I salute you, brother. I mean, for real, because you broke it down. You know what I'm saying? And trust me, I be doing my thing too. You know what I'm saying? You know, decoding and everything and stuff like that. And I'm telling you, man, I sat back. I just stopped everything and just listened to the show, man. And I really, really appreciated you broke it down. You let me know at the same time what was going on, because I've been, you know what I'm saying, trying to decode that whole book too at the same time. So I will have to be focused on that. And everything that you were saying was right on point, man. I'm telling you, and man, I don't even know what to say. I just had to call and tell you that, brother. I really do appreciate that, man. You know, I haven't been, listening to you for a while, but I always had you in one of my bookmarks in my phone. So I was like, you know what, let me go ahead and see what was going on. And I ended up picking up on it. So from now on, I'm for the start, you know what I'm saying, in tuna, because I know what you want, man. And I'm on that same thing, too, you know what I'm saying, off the top, you know what I'm saying.
What's your name, brother?
Man, my name is Taekwondo. My name is Taekwondo.
Okay. And what state you from?
I'm in Cali.
You in California?
Yes.
Oh, okay. What part of Cali in? L.A. Don't be scared, brother. Don't be scared. Like I said, I put myself out there, brother.
No, man. It's never that, man. I just had to. I was just in a cool little meditation, real quick, man. I had to go ahead and
well,
whatever sense of pain.
The thing is, I don't mean to cut you off, brother, but the thing is, me teaching this, I want to teach this to a group of brothers, and I want my brothers here in the state of Mentel, because y'all are supposed to be going out forward as this almond race and teaching the babies, man. This is what I'm here to do, to teach y'all to be monitors and whatnot in the state of Mentel, to teach the truth and whatnot, because a new race of people have to come out of the black race, because the black race is dead. All right, all they doing is teaching ignorance. All they doing is causing confusion like the beast. So, like I said, they nothing but a bunch of instruments of the beast. So, a new race of men, a race of supermen and superwomen have to come out of the black race to teach this truth to the babies and whatnot, because we are the evolution and the start of the God race coming up. This ain't supposed to just be me. It's supposed to be me teaching y'all so y'all can go on and continue, like I said, and get the word out further. Y'all supposed to be extensions of what I'm teaching and whatnot within the state of Mentel, so there has to be no confusion no more.
Right, indeed.
You know, and I'm starting to teach, like I said, it's going to come a time where I say all the people that's listening to me, all the people that's saying they with me, I'm going to call you all out one day to come to New York and sit in class and listen to me teach and whatnot, and I'm going to see who's really with me. I'm going to do that because I got a lot of people who saying they with me and they sympathizing with what I'm saying. I don't need no sympathy. I need real soldiers that's going to come and teach our babies and take our babies back and raise up this evolution in this bright race and bring this thing out of here. You know, that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the God race to stand up because I'm standing up by myself and everybody put me on a pedestal. Like I said, we supposed to all be standing up together. God don't stand by himself.
Right.
God stands together as a group.
That's right. Exactly. I understand.
Hello?
I understand.
Yeah, well, we'll see. Like I said, we'll see. I'm gonna call on everybody. When everybody say they want change to happen and whatnot, don't be like the black race, because the black race they like to wait on a welfare check. They want to wait on the white man to change things for them. We ain't waiting on nobody to change nothing.
Look,
we ain't waiting for nobody to get out here and teach this truth. We just teaching the truth. That's it.
Look,
and those people who
me,
with
brother,
us, who up the elect, they gonna come with us.
Trust me, my brother. I'm already knowing what's going on, man. Nigga been fighting this beast for a long time. And even the ones that's going on with that mess, they going down too. Trust me. You know what
Don't fight the beast. Like, let him do what he do. Just move out his way and just teach our babies, man. That's all. The black man, when they talk about he going up against the beast, the black man got this so-called mystery battle going with the white man and whatnot. When all it is, these niggas, they just want a piece of the pie, man. They want in. That's what they fighting for. They fighting to get in. All right, that's really what it's about. All right, we not fighting to get in. We fighting to get out.
Right. Indeed.
Out of this state of ignorance and into the light and into and out of the black race and into the bright race and back onto this evolutionary track where we fell off at. That's what we trying to get when moving on into the future. We're not interested in the past and the present no more. Past is prologue.
Right. Trust me. I heard you say that. I heard you say that in the show. That's why I was just like, I was like, he going super in. I said, yeah. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's on, man. We ain't trip. I just have to go ahead and give you a shout out, man, because you know what I'm saying. Like I say, you know, I never had a brother that was so profound and was saying the things that you were saying, because it all makes sense. These are things that we talk about all the time. You know what I'm saying? I have a lot of friends. You know what I'm saying? I have a lot of blog talk shows that we talk about all types of numerous of things and everything. So whatever I can do, man, you know what I'm saying? It's not a problem. I kind of feel I'm already doing it already, because, you know what I mean, I'm already understanding, you know what I'm saying, or whatever, you know, the job, you know what I'm saying, that we got to do out here, you know, when it comes down to, you know, letting you know what I'm saying, letting our babies know what's going on, you know what I'm saying, whatever, so they won't have to be going through all this mess that everybody else is on, you know what I'm saying, whatever, which is dead. It's nothing but dead.
Our babies need to see a wall of one. When I say a wall of one, meaning a wall like how the old nation of Islam was, they need that again. They need to see strong men standing up and bringing up the true name and a new flag and a new name and a true name of God, Amen, and teaching our people. That's what they need to see. They don't need to see our people disjointed, talking about, oh, I'm over here, I got some knowledge, I got this knowledge, or I want to teach this. No, we don't need no more confusion. We don't need no more people teaching lies and wanting to be heavy and deep. We need people teaching the truth, logical facts, logical and common sense, intelligence, advanced intelligence. That's what we need. We don't need no more beliefs. We don't need no more religion. We don't need nobody trying to be conscious and educated. We just need the truth for our babies, the logic. That's it. We don't need no more confusion, because a lot of these Negroes just want to cause confusion. They want to sound heavy and deep, and they want to be teachers. That's all it is.
Right.
They still want to hold on to Jesus, and they still want to teach that nonsense to our people. We're not going through that no more. Not here.
Right.
Not here.
Indeed. Indeed. Well, I know you ain't got that much time in the show, brother. When I know other people got to go in the car, I'm just gonna go ahead and listen in. I just can't wait to go ahead and hear the rest of the show or whatnot, because I know it's powerful, man. So yeah, I just have to go ahead and give you props, brother. Really
Thank
appreciate
you, brother.
that, man.
I appreciate it. I got your number. I'm gonna be in contact with all you brothers that called in and what. Trust me, Montana, all y'all cats. I'm gonna call. I'm gonna give y'all cats a call sometime. Expect a call from the intellectual. All right?
Yeah, no problem, no problem. I'm just to let you know too. Right now, I'm for to go ahead and move. you know what I'm saying, or whatnot, I was going to go ahead and stay out here, continue staying out here, but I'm going to go ahead and move, you know what I'm saying, to the, Texas and whatnot. So, go ahead and bust that move, go out and help some of my family members and stuff out there and see what's going on and whatnot. So, yeah, I'm going to keep in contact with you and everything. So,
all right.
Everything's going to be cool. Mm-hmm.
All right. Sounds good, brother. Sounds good.
All right.
All right.
All right. Okay.
Okay. Got one more call, 706. 706, you're on the air, 706.
How you doing? How you doing?
How you
Can you
doing?
hear me?
Yes, I can, brother. How you doing?
I'm doing all right. I just wanted to say that you're speaking the truth. You are. You're speaking the truth. I'm proud of you. And I just wanted to say that. And I really appreciate what you're doing for the bright ones. Mm-hmm. And God bless you. I love you. That's all I really wanted to say.
Thank you, brother. Where you calling from, Georgia?
No. I'm calling from a disclosed location.
Disclosed location. Come on, brother. You know what I mean? We got to stop that, man. Ain't nobody, like I said, we got to stop with the conspiracy and worrying about the white man and hiding and whatnot. Real men standing up, man. Ain't nobody hiding. You know what I'm saying? You're going to be men and stand up, we going to,
I tell you where I'm calling from. I'm calling from a military base right now. I'm up here at Fort Drum, New York.
Okay. I see a 706 number. That's what I was saying. I thought that was like Georgia or something.
It is Georgia. It's always Georgia. Georgia's the heart of Georgia. I'm from the Mad Time, Macon, GA.
Okay. Well, like I said, ain't no hiding. The bright race ain't hiding, brother. The bright race is shining, brother. The black race is hiding.
Already.
The black race hide like cowards. They hide and they hide behind Jesus and Allah and all these false gods and everything else. They hide behind the white man. We ain't hiding.
I agree.
You understand? We here. We standing up. The God race is standing up in the new millennium, brother. The elect is standing up. So
I agree.
That's how we doing it. That's how we doing it. We out here, like I said, I'm standing up. Everything I say, you see me on Facebook. I don't hide from nobody. I stand up. I put my face, and my name is Nubin Minkares. I stand up on everything I say. I don't hide. And I get anybody who got a problem with what I'm saying, they see me. I'm in here right in New York. Anybody got a problem, don't like what I'm saying, oh well. Don't listen. This ain't for the black race anyway. It's for the bright race. It's for the intelligent. It's for the next level of people that's coming out of the black race.
I agree.
So, all right. I appreciate the love, brother. Thank you.
Peace.
Stay with us. Stay tuned in and whatnot. Stay in touch.
Already.
All right, brother. Always appreciate the love. Always appreciate the love from the brothers and the sisters and whatnot, the ones of us who with it. But like I said, I want to see the true love is seeing y'all standing by me. It's not seeing y'all standing behind me. Don't stand behind me. Stand beside me. You understand? God never walks alone. You are the God race. You are the ones who are walking amongst the humans. There's no mystery God. There's no God riding on no goddamn cloud. There's no man with no beard. The white man told you who God was when he put Morgan Freeman in that picture. He letting you know through his comedy, through his funny bone, he letting you know who God is. But you don't want to be God. You don't want to be the God race. You want to be Allah. You want to be Jesus. You want to be the false God, but you don't want to be the true and living God, Amen. And then the white girl told you, Sarah Silverman told you who God was. She said God was Amen. You understand? Y'all out of touch with it. They know who God is, but y'all don't want to be that. You want to still hide behind them, and the black race want to hide behind them and Jesus Christ. You want to have a tug of war over the image of Christ. Christ is a black man, brother. No, let me tell you something. The man that's being spoken about in the book of Revelation that y'all going on talking about, yeah, that's the Son of Man. But like I said, the Son of Man has always come as a so-called bright man, a.k.a. black man. You know, he's always come as a so-called black man. So when they gave the description of the Son of Man in the book of Revelation, they were saying that was a future man to come. That's what they were saying. That was a future man who would have the intelligence or the brightness or the intelligence of the future race, of the God race, that he would be in tune. His eyes would be open. He would have Amun's name in his forehead, meaning in his mind, that he would have supreme connection, that he would have straight connection forward into the future, and he would lead his people into the future as the God races, the Amun beings, the real elect, the 144,000, the electrified ones, the ones who were turned on and tuned in, not the dead-ass black race who's sitting around here watching Love and Hip Hop. You understand? sitting around here smoking weed with their pants hanging off their ass. Not them niggas. Them niggas are gone. They finished. Those are burnt out, dead receivers. If you saying you of the bright race and this message is stirring you up, then get the hell away from these black men and they Jesus Christ. Because you notice these niggas was the first ones to put the Jesus image on their neck. That just show you these niggas are dead. They was the first ones. It's like they missed all this stuff we set up here. At least the Israelites, they tried to come, and Elijah and them tried to come and tell you that the black man was God. That went right over these niggas' heads. And do you know they just put white Jesus right on their head, like they took us right back into 1920. They took us right back into 1920. All them niggas you listen to, your hip hop homies and all these niggas that all with the Jesus Christ piece, the Jesus piece on, they made that thing hip for the young kids to put white Jesus right back on. The Beast made these niggas introduce the pale Christ right back into our lives again. He got them to introduce white Jesus back into our lives again, back into our mind again. They use these niggas like instruments because that's hell. If they're not gonna be turned on for the elect, the Beast gonna just utilize them as instruments, and that's what he did. That's what he did. He just utilized them as instruments. You understand? These coons put the white Jesus right back on it and put us right put the impressionable young black kids right back in that mindset all over again. You understand? Got them worshiping some Greco-Roman faggot god. Now, you young black men notice, hey, y'all doing homosexuality now. I found out in my old neighborhood, a lot of young thugged out cats, the young gang colored cats and whatnot, they getting blown for money, for sneakers, with their crosses on. You understand? That's what's going down. That's what's good in the hood. These niggas are degenerates now. Why? Because that's what happens when you get too much Jesus. That's what happens when you get too much Jesus in your life. You understand? You get rod in your mouth. That's what happens when you get too much Jesus in your life. You get rod in your mouth from the damn pastor in the church. You understand? You know, that's what happens. Just turn you out. Turn you out. Because, hey, that's the image of Christ, right? He ain't had no woman. He didn't have no woman. Why should you black men grow up and understand the image of a man? You looking at the image of a man who never had a damn woman. That's what you being told to look up to. Some Greco-Roman image of a man who never had a woman. You understand that? When it's supposed to be natural for you as black men to be with a woman, be with your own kind. You understand that? But you niggas fainting like women in the church over some fake Greco-Roman god that you got introduced to through slavery. Unbelievable. Unacceptable. Not this time around in the bright race. We'll take 864 and then we're going to take a break. We'll take 864. 864? 864, 864, you on the air? Hello? 864, you on the air? 864, you on the air? Okay, I guess not for 864. All right. 864. We're going to shut your mic off, 864. If you want to call back, call back. You know. So, we're going to take a little pause for the cause, and then we're going to run through this thing if anybody got any questions and whatnot. Because you black men are still mental slaves. A lot of you black men and black women are still mental slaves. You black women, like I said, you worship the image of the beast, Jesus Christ. You put the white man up on your door. Y'all still worship that image because he caters to you. You wouldn't even put a black man up, just like Florida Evans on Goddamn Good Times. Why? Because a black man ain't bullshitting. A real so-called black man ain't bullshitting. The white boy, like I said, he accepts all your whoredom and things like that. He accepted. That's why they put the Greco-Roman god up, because, like I said, he a homo, so he accepts your homosexuality and all your wicked ways, your bestial ways. That's why you worship him, because he was created in the mind of a beast. Y'all slaves. We'll be right back. Now, I'm going to make this perfectly clear. Again, in the State of Mentel, our stance on God, when we use the word God, we are not a religious group. God the true and living God, and we're only using that name because that's what our people understand. Amen, the Omni-Man, the Omni race, of which we are part of the Amen race, of the Omni race, the Amen beings. Amen is not a spook. He is not no God riding on no cloud. He is not a mystery. He is a man, an intelligent so-called black man who walked the earth amongst the humans, amongst the East Indians, the white man, the Arab, the Chinese, and he came with a race of people, advanced people, future people. They are the creators, the highly intelligent creators of this planet, and the ones who bred the human race on this planet in the water. They, after they left here, and they went into the future, and they went into the universe, into their world, they sent telepathic connection here to those people who fell down here, the 200 fallen messengers. They sent messages to these people and chose certain people to move our people forward. And they would send messages to these people, mental messages. These are advanced people we're talking about. These are not spooks or invisible people. These are futuristic people, advanced people who are the black race are their descendants here on earth. God is the black race on earth. But because we are still under the term of black race, meaning a lot of our people are still in darkness, we're trying to turn the power on and connect ourselves back to the power, which is our ability to see into the future and to access future intelligence to free us from this bondage. This is real. This is not a game. You understand? This is not some religion I'm preaching. I'm not preaching about no God. A lot of people get it twisted because I use the word God. I'm not talking about no religion. I'm not talking about no Jesus Christ. I'm not talking about no gut-stomping, good time, tambourine, pork-eating Sunday dinner niggas. We're not talking about that. You understand? We're not talking about no Yahweh Shah and no praying and begging. And like I said, because you black men and black women, y'all don't want to be gods. A lot of y'all want your hands out to God. You want a handout. So that God serves you. That God of religion serves you well because you want a handout. You understand? It took men like the Honorable Elijah Muhammad to stand up and say the black man is God, even though he was saying at that time it was in a primitive way. But it is the bright man, the intelligent man, that is the true and living God. Not you educated niggas, not you conscious niggas. I mean the ones who are in tune with the true and living God race, the Amen beings, with that future intelligence. The ones who are receiving solar intelligence. The ones who have that solar influence going in their chest that are moving forward in a collective, in an evolution. That is the God race. It is an advanced race of people. That's all. It's not no spooky, unseen ghost. So for them people who keep thinking I'm teaching about religion, you're not listening to you're not listening. You're only hearing half of what's being said because you want to listen to what you want to listen to. Because as soon as you hear God, you understand, you think somebody talking about religion. I have nothing to do with religion at all. Let me take a couple more calls. All right. 864. 864? 864. Okay, you're not there. 918. 918. 918. 918, you're on the air. All right, you behind. You still listening to the music. All right. 917. 917, you're on the air.
Yeah, what's up? I spoke to you earlier. Yeah, you said Amen is it's a God that walked the earth. What is your proof of this though?
I said that the black race is Amen. The Amen race is the Omni race or an Amen race or an eternal race of beings. The so-called black race is the Amen race. It's not no spook. It's not no mystery God. That's why I keep saying it. But y'all keep hearing the word God because I'm using the word God because that's what our people understand. I'm just saying this is a different species of people. Your black race are not part of the human race. They are another species of people. That's what I'm saying. Look at your black race. That's your proof. You look at black people and you look at everybody else. Do we look like we come from these people? Do we look like we come from the same creation as these people?
So what creation do we come from specifically?
We don't come from no creation. We was always here. I said we are the Omni race. We are an eternal bloodline of people. We don't have a creation. That's why they can't find where black people started. That's where they came up with carbon dating from.
Okay. So we don't come from Africa, according to you.
No, we do not. No, we do not, because life don't start on dry land. Life starts in water, first of all. So how are you going to come from Africa? That's some lie the white man told our people. First of all, the whole idea of continents in Africa came from the Romans. Our people didn't think in terms of continents, so that's a lie.
Okay. All right, that's it then, brother.
All right. Next question, 804. 804.
Yeah, I just want to know what do you can you give me information on the books that I can learn a lot more from?
I'm the book, brother.
Okay,
I'm the book. I'm receiving future intelligence. This is future intelligence. Like I said, if you want to go look up on Jesus, like I said, Jesus, that's easy. I already been done with Jesus. All you gotta do is go look up Jesus, Jupiter, the Roman god Jupiter, and the Greek god Zeus. You'll look at the pictures and you'll see that this is where they got the idea of Jesus from. That's easy. That's not even hard.
Oh yeah. I studied. I mean, I studied a little bit of Dr. York, so I know about that. But it ain't like no books or nothing that about the I'm trying to learn more about the almond race, basically.
Well, I'm teaching about the almond race, brother. That ain't coming out in no book. This is the future intelligence of a people that's coming right now. That's coming to our people from the future. And like I said, you can't look to the white man to tell you everything because the white man don't know everything. So a lot of times, I'm not saying, no offense to you, brother, but a lot of times, a lot of people say, when I say we teaching future intelligence or advanced knowledge to our people, and they say, well, where is it coming from? I say it's coming from the future, that we receiving it telepathically, or that I'm receiving it telepathically, and I'm teaching my people for it. They say, oh, that's BS. And I'm like, well, how's that BS if you saying that you receive inspiration and that you receiving ideas and technology that wasn't here before? Then that means you're receiving it from somewhere. Someone's generating images in your mind. Yes?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, and that's what's happening to me right now, and I'm sharing that with my people. I'm teaching about the almond race. I'm the book.
Okay, so just stay tuned in with you, baby.
Just stay tuned in with me. I'm here. I'm teaching my people. I'm riding this train.
All right. Gotcha.
All right. I'm going to try you one more time, 864. If not, then I got to answer these last questions. 864? 864. Okay. 864? 864. Hello? 864. Okay. Well, I'm going to answer these last questions before I end this broadcast. I always like to run through this real quick. All right. Let me see. All right. Let me make sure I got these. All right. Who is Jesus Christ? Jesus Christ was a creation of the Catholic Church and the Council of Nicaea in 325 A.D. They are the ones who came and took the Roman god Jupiter and the Greek god Zeus and combined them to create this new character or this new deity for their religion called Jesus Christ. The word Christ means anointed. The word Jesus is an amalgamation of two words. There is no Jesus Christ. And there is no Yahweh Shah and all these other people and whatnot. Like I said, it's a made-up character of the Catholic Church. Okay? Go look up Jupiter and look up the Roman god Jupiter and the Greek god Zeus. You'll see that Jesus is all the same person. Then also notice it's three images, right? That was done purposely. The three images were done purposely. Okay. Was he real or man-made? Man-made myth all the way. Wasn't a real person. All right. He was copied. The story of the Son of Man or the Sons of Man who was coming forward, always coming out of the so-called black race or the bright race, that his story was copied, and they took their stories from these Sons of Men who were coming forth, people like your Ankh and Anton and your Utnapishtim and all these people from Sumeria and Egypt and things like that, and they took these stories of these men who were future seers and advisors and things like that who were leading their people, and they grafted a lot of those stories and put them onto their characters like Moses and Noah and all these other people. So, these were a lot of made-up stories that they changed the names on, especially your Jesus character, who they took the story from Horus or Haru in ancient Nubia or ancient Kemet. When and where was he supposedly born? Now they say in Jerusalem and all these, the Galilee or whatever they say he was born. He was born in the Catholic. He was born in Rome. That's where he was born, meaning the character was born in Rome. That's where the character was born. Let's get to the realness of it. He was born in Rome and he was created by these men in the church. All right. Who is the Son of God? The Son of God is actually the Son of Man. The Son of God is Amen, the Son who is really taken from the S-U-N, meaning the one who is the intelligent one or the intelligent representative of the true and living God, Amen, on earth. Amen is not a spook god. He is not some false being. He is a real man who walked the race. And I said the black race is the God race, is the Amen race. Let's not get this. Let's get this straight. There's no, stop confusing this with religion. The Amen race, when they talk about Amen throughout the Bible, they're talking about a race of people. They're talking about a God race. This is where they get the whole thing of God and his angels from. This is a race of people. This is your so-called black race, the ones who are in darkness. You are the God race, walking amongst the humans, your East Indians, your white man, your Chinese, and all of them. You are the gods walking the earth amongst men. You understand? You are the gods walking the earth, but you don't want to be that. You still looking for some spook or some mystery. You're thinking I'm speaking in parables and codes, you Negroes who are in darkness, the black race. But the bright race understands or has an ultra standing of what I'm teaching. They know that they are the God race. Y'all just have to turn back up that light or that intelligence and connect in. So we can have this telepathy and this future thought again and start generating these images as a collective, as a group again. Moving forward into the future. Who is the Son of Man? The Son of Man is the Amen-Re, as he was referred to in Egypt, right? In ancient Kemet, he was Amen-Re. That's where you get the whole Son of Man from, which is actually the son of Amen, meaning the son or the intelligence, S-U-N, Re means son, the Re or the light of Amen, meaning the intelligent one of Amen. It didn't mean S-O-N like a physical blood son. It meant the light or the intelligent one, even though there is a bloodline genetic or a bloodline linked to the Amen race. The Amen beings are a race of people. The A-H-M-A-N or A-M-E-N, Amen begot human. All right? Amen are omni beings. That's God. They're just continuous eternal beings who are advanced so-called black men and black women. This is a race of people that the so-called black race descends from. All right, but our people are in darkness and they're in ignorance now, so they don't know the truth. You understand? But we come in bringing this light right now. So, is Jesus Christ the Savior in the book of Revelation? No, he is not. There's the Son of Man. He's the Savior in the book of Revelation. They just, the Romans and the Greeks got that, they got that book of Revelation, and they just gave Jesus Christ, they put Jesus Christ, that title and that false character, over the Son of Man, because that's a future book. Nobody in the future is going to be called Jesus Christ. All right? They just put that over there. All that word, that word Christ means anointed. All right? So that Son of Man, he is going to be the anointed one who's going to receive intelligence. Another word for anointed is chosen, elect. Again, there we go with the word elect. So that's saying that that Son of Man is going to be the elect, or the chosen one who's going to receive future intelligence to lead his people, the elect, the 144,000, into the future. That's all that's saying. It's not no person named Jesus Christ, and definitely sure ain't no hippie-looking white boy or no dread Rastafarian hippie-looking nigga. All right, that's false. And ain't no Yahweh Shai neither. Just a bunch. That's a bunch of titles, man. Is he returning to earth? He's already here on earth. Why are religions really building their foundational and belief on this character Jesus? Because, like I said, you can shape Jesus any way you want to. You understand? You can make him anything you want to, because when you add a false god or a false image, you can control the image of that false god. You can make him anything you want. And look at people in religion. Have they not done that? Have they not made this Jesus to accept everything? He can accept the homos, the lesbians, the gangbangers. Everybody's for Jesus. You notice that, right? Because he accepts everybody. But see, no true and living man, no supreme man, they not going to accept that. Not no real true and living God. They not going to accept no real man, because a real man going to bring order, and he going to bring law, and he going to make people live by strict codes and stringent rules, and they not trying to live like that. You can see the majority of people ain't trying to live like that. That's why the Jesus appeals to them, because he co-signs on their BS. You know, you just go talking about you pray and everything is okay. That's not how the true and living God works. He punishes people. He deals with people. You understand? That's how that works. He cuts people off. That race cuts people off. They kill off people. They move people out of the way. They are thinkers. They are not no gods riding on no clouds who love everybody. That's a lie. That's taught in religion. They're not concerned with the majority of the human race or your black race, if you want to be truthful about it. What does this all mean to the future world to come? An evolution. That's what it means. An evolution of the elect. The bright race. That's what all this means. That's all this is. This is all this is adding up to. This is what all this is figuring into. We're going to end off. We only got a few minutes to go. We only got 1 minute to go, actually. So I think I answered all these questions. I see people on the line. Not taking no more calls. We about to end. You know, join us Friday. I don't know exactly what the broadcast is going to be, but we're always going to make it. Always going to make it hot. You know, I don't think I'm going to have time to close with nothing. So I'll talk out everything. You know, I wanted to play something. Oh, okay. I'm going to play some lady speaking in tongues. Good night. I'm the intellectual Nuben Minkari. This is the madness y'all believe in.